Hi there, YouTube. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be watching along live to the BlizzCon, not BlizzCon, just the Blizzard Warcraft Direct instead of BlizzCon this year. That's going to go live in about 15 minutes. I think the pre-show started now, but I'm going to eat my food real quick. Got some chicken and rice, and then I'll boot up the live stream so people can watch this live if they want. I'm recording this before I go live, so yeah, if you liked the video, give it a like, give the channel a subscribe. It helps out a tremendous amount. I do appreciate it very much. And let me know down below, what are you looking forward to from Warcraft Direct? And if you're watching this after the fact, what are you most excited about? Because they've teased a little extra something. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But for now, I'm going to eat my food. I'll see you guys live. And if you're watching the VOD, I'll see you in a second. Ciao for now.
Lived in San Diego at the time, and I heard that there was.
That's insane. This guy just said he'd start playing WoW when he was 5 years old.
Everybody who was there who worked on the game
Okay,
previously.
pre-show's almost over.
It's so good connecting with people who.
I'm glad it's just like sizzle reel and not not something
this experience of,
that would have been like devastating to miss while eating food. I'm here now.
Work with you as a professional.
Hi, that's me. I'm here. I'm ready. We've got less than a minute to go.
And be solo and enjoy the world, or you want to like get in deep with your guildmates and like raid as hard as you
Drop
can.
should be starting very soon.
There's a little something.
This is the Warcraft Direct that takes place instead of BlizzCon this year. They're not doing an actual BlizzCon.
The future of Hearthstone's looking very bright. There's always cool new cards coming out.
We've just sort of had Diablo expansion, so I can't imagine there's anything like mind-blowing to announce.
I think
there.
that magic will continue for the next 30, 40,
basically
50 years,
everything Blizzard has right now that's got an amount of content is Warcraft, basically. But that's fine. That's my favorite franchise out of all of them. StarCraft's just DOA. But I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Now, we did have... This is just going to be like a 30 years of Blizzard or whatever kind of thing, rather than like a Warcraft announcement.
Has always been my peace and my outlet.
I have such a deep love for everything inside.
There was little bits leaked. Oh, of course, it's Mr. GM.
I'm gonna move on eventually, as if it was just any other game, and it wasn't.
We've had little bits leaked, like internal uploads of
I was a very
Warcraft 2 remastered,
lonely,
potentially, so that will probably show up at some point.
I even ended up in a guild, and in the guild I even made some friends.
And we always come together to enjoy the moments that we create in the game, whether they're fun, competitive.
It does feel like it's a very
or silly.
30 years of Blizzard kind of thing, which is cool. I like that they've got content creators doing.
You sent me a whispering game
bits
going,
of this.
My water just broke, and I said, oh my goodness, I guess we better go to hospital. And you said, nah, let's kill this dragon.
And we did.
Oh, that's such good Anduin cosplay. Holy hell.
Hearthstone changed my life.
I cannot picture my life without WoW.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Warcraft, for giving everything that you gave us so far. Here's to like 100 years more.
Why was his hoodie blurred out? What's he got on there? Is that like a leak thing that's coming?
When I say World of Warcraft,
Did they have to blur it out because they were playing this first?
I really mean it.
Or maybe it's just like a... They wouldn't have had someone in like an opposing brand to do like an interview. That doesn't happen, surely. They're doing the whole like Apple thing, right? This is cute.
Hi everyone, welcome to
Hi,
the
Holly.
Warcraft 30th Anniversary Direct. I'm Holly Longdale, the executive producer for World of Warcraft. Alongside Hearthstone, Warcraft Rumble, and the Warcraft real-time strategy games, we are all honored to be here to celebrate some big milestones with you and talk about the future. Many of us began our Warcraft adventures as players before we became developers at Blizzard. No matter which game we work on, we all share a deep love for the Warcraft universe. Today, each of the Warcraft development teams will be sharing what's coming up. Some of it next year, some just a few weeks from now, and some will even be available today. So whether you've been traversing the plains of Azeroth with a view from above, or chilling in the Hearthstone Tavern, sorting out your minis for your Rumble machine, or pursuing Xalatath in Khazalgar, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Now, what better place to begin than with the games that started it all? Here's Brad Chan from the Warcraft RTS team.
So, Warcraft 2
It's kind of funny how life ends up.
Definitely.
I actually never thought about ever being a
Maybe we'll get a
when
Warcraft
I was younger,
1.
I just wanted to play video games.
Up-res as well.
Back in 2007,
nice.
I was at a regional qualifier playing a game called Warcraft 3. After I qualified for the tournament, someone came up to me, gave me his card, and was like, hey, we're looking for experienced RTS players to join our design team. Naturally, I said I wasn't interested. I was going to go to the Nationals, win that, go to the Worlds, win that. Easy. Well, it was a good thing I kept that guy's card, because 16 years later, here I am, working on a game that remains so important to me and so many players around the world. Throughout my career, I've stuck to a few guiding principles. When something is broken, you fix it. When something is wrong, you make it right. And if things aren't good enough, you make them better. So without further ado, I'm here to announce patch 2.0 for Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Mega based. Holy hell. Good.
Available now, this patch overhauls the environments and lighting and revamps the user interface. In addition, we are up-resing all classic Warcraft 3 assets to HD. You can now customize the type of assets you want to play with and even mix and match if you like. We have also included a bunch of quality of life changes, such as in-game hotkey customization, a revamped ladder, and much, much more. We hope you enjoy this update, which will be available to everyone who owns Reforged. Now, I'm not just here to talk about Warcraft 3. We're also here celebrating 30 years of Warcraft. So not only will Reforged be receiving an update today, but we are also releasing fully remastered versions of Warcraft 2 and 1, so you can experience the story from the very beginning. These remasters have brand new hand-drawn visuals that capture the original art style from each game. And you'll be
they
able
look
to swap
so
between
good,
the original
actually.
graphics and
They
the
almost
remastered
look like
versions in
comic
real time.
bookish.
For Warcraft 1, we added modern controls such as right-click move, bandbox select, and a faster game speed. Both games have also received various UI and UX improvements, such as tooltips and health bars, mission
Probably
select
for the
screen,
best.
and an increased unit selection. Warcraft 2 will still have multiplayer functionality, and all legacy custom maps will still be fully compatible and playable. We are also bringing back the Warcraft Battle Chest, which will include Warcraft 1, 2,
Oh my god,
and
the
3.
battle chest. Holy shit, dude.
So here's to 30 years of Warcraft, and I can't think of a better way than celebrating than reliving the story from the very beginning. Oh, did I mention? This is all available right now.
Oh, don't do that to me, man. God damn it. I'm gonna be buying that, I guess. I've got Warcraft 1 and 2 on, like, GOG or something, I'm pretty sure, but...
It was I who was
oh, you know I'm gonna buy the remasters.
You must lead your people to their destiny.
Oh, this is like the full trailer for it. I really like what they've done with the art style. It almost looks like a Flash game now, and I mean that in the nicest way possible, because some Flash games are like legit great.
We are one.
So Warcraft 3. 3 Reforged is also getting updates, which... yeah. Probably for the best. I didn't mind Reforged. I thought some of the character models looked a bit yank. was decent. I played the Arthur's storyline and didn't really do much else, unfortunately. I did want to get around to it, but fine.
It's pretty amazing to think that Hearthstone turns 10 this year. It's been
Yeah.
such an incredible decade. Together, we've made the tavern a place for sharing joy, excitement, and some very tall tales indeed. We've made friends with Murlocs, battled old gods, and now we're traveling through space. But for me, the most incredible thing of all is that I get to work on my favorite game with such an amazing team. Ever since Hearthstone came out, we've been with you on that road to legend. I remember on my first climb to legend, I had played something like 500 games in 1 month. And as the clock ticked to midnight, I was 2 wins away and didn't make it. But I played another 500 games the following month and made it.
That sucks,
Shout out
dude.
to Darkshire Councilman. But those 1,000
Same thing
games
happened with
pale
me
in
in Season
comparison
2
to the more
of
than 160
Dragonflight
billion games that
PvP
we've all
Arena.
played over the last decade.
I got to 1800.
And that's not counting
Just,
Battlegrounds.
I left it way too late.
Can you
I got to
believe that it's been
1800
5
just as
years
like the
since
season
mode
ended.
launched at BlizzCon?
Because I thought I had
That's
until like
5
server
years of
reset,
building
but
Death
it
Rattle
finished
Beast
at like
comps,
11 PM or
magnetizing
something
mechs,
stupid.
completing quests,
Missed
and
out by like
collecting
1 or
trinkets.
2 games.
It's been awesome to watch Battlegrounds grow from what was pitched as the biggest tavern brawl ever into what it is today. We are so thankful to our community for being with us over this incredible decade, and we're looking forward to the next 10 years in the tavern together. The future is packed with even more places to explore.
Hearthstone's fine
and
as a
adventures
game.
to share.
I was
More
super into it
expansions,
when
more
it first
mini-sets,
came
and more
out, when it was
surprises.
easy and not like
Now,
overly
let's
complicated.
take a look at what's just around the corner.
And probably boring looking back now, but
One of the amazing things of working
I
at
don't
Blizzard
know. I
is
just
getting to watch
I
other
fell out of
teams
the loop for
pushing
so
the
long. There's
boundaries
just
on
so
their own
much to it
games.
now.
I think we're all genuinely fans of what our coworkers are up to, and it's really special when we find moments to collaborate. What's up, everybody? I hope you're enjoying your adventures among the stars in the Great Dark Beyond. We loved working on this expansion and wanted to take our next mini set further into the cosmos than ever before. Prepare to travel beyond Azeroth, beyond Warcraft, and into Heroes of StarCraft. I'm super excited for this mini set. It's the first time we've ever explored another universe this deeply in Hearthstone. A ton of people on the team, so much
Okay.
love for StarCraft. So being able to bring it into the Hearthstone Tavern has been incredible.
We're
Some
not
might
actually going to
say
get another StarCraft
it's
game.
about time. Obviously, we knew we had to go big. The Zerg, Terran, and Protoss factions are represented on cards via a faction banner. Not only do the cards in each faction work well with one another, they're also usable across multiple classes. Each of the factions also has a hero card featuring one of the most iconic faces from StarCraft. The Zerg are led by the Queen of Blades
course.
herself, Sarah Kerrigan. She gives Death Knights, Hunters, Warlocks, and Demon Hunters access to an aggro playstyle with near endless swarms of Zerg cards. After all, what would a StarCraft mini set even be without its own version of a Zerg rush? For the Protoss, we have
That'd
the
be fun.
legendary Artanis, seeking to unify his people. He grants his powers to druids, mages, priests, and rogues. He focuses on powerful, high mana cost units, and uses the psionic powers of the Protoss to make those cards cheaper. And finally, who else could we have to lead the Terran besides the iconic Jim Raynor? Thanks to him, warriors, paladins, and shamans will get a hold of the new starship keyword from the main set. But these aren't your average starships. They're battle cruisers. When we first started working on this mini set, we went to the team and asked, what does this need to have in order to truly feel like StarCraft? We've made sure to represent as many units from StarCraft as possible. There's even one character from Warcraft that snuck their way into the set. Grunty, the Terran
Oh,
armored
of
Murloc.
course it is.
On top of everything else, Heroes of StarCraft has more cards than any mini set we've done before. There's so much to explore here. So many strategies,
Is
so
it
many
a mini set at
interactions,
that point then?
and
Or is it
so
just like
much
a set?
StarCraft nostalgia. And
Where's the
we might have
line?
some special music as well, just for the occasion. Heroes of StarCraft is coming in January 2025.
So you get like tavern
But
music
there's
of
even more
StarCraft
coming
stuff.
up
That's
for
cool.
Hearthstone. We're making some big changes to Arena.
As Leo mentioned, Arena is getting a major glow up. But first, let's talk about what makes Arena special. Arena is Hearthstone's premium draft mode, where you build your own deck from scratch at the start of every run. It's all about you flexing your deck building skills and card knowledge to defeat your opponents. And believe it or not, Arena has stayed mostly the same for 10 years. So we thought it was finally time for a little bit of an update. From now on, there will be 2 kinds of Arena to choose from. Normal Arena has a shorter format that lets you complete your runs more quickly, but still gives you that awesome competitive arena experience. And after you've established yourself in the normal arena, you'll be able to descend into the dark, dank cellar of the tavern, where challengers are engaging in high-stakes card play in our underground arena. Underground has a distinctive basement aesthetic, longer runs, and a new feature we call Redraft on Loss. This means that when you lose, you'll have the option to redraft cards and edit your deck, refining it to up your chances of winning as you take on more hardened challengers. We heard you also want a way to show off that you're an arena champion. We got you. Arena ratings will be available for both the normal and underground modes. Ranking for the 2 are separate, with the usual skill-based matchmaking in normal arena. But in underground arena, you'll be throwing caution to the wind and facing off against opponents of all skill levels. Whether you're an arena veteran or maybe you just haven't clicked that arena button in a while,
so
we
there's
hope
no
these
like
changes
MMR
offer
there?
you another exciting way
That's
you can enjoy
interesting.
your time in the tavern with us. And I'm happy to tell you all of this will be coming in the first half of next year. Now, here's Tyler to share even more of what's in store for Hearthstone.
Hey everyone. As you can see, we've got a lot of really exciting things planned for the next few updates. But what kind of game director would I be if I didn't spill even more beans about what's coming next? It's going to be the year of the Raptor, and you'll be going on some awesome adventures in some of your favorite Azeroth locations. Next year, we kick things off with one of our most requested settings as we journey into the Emerald Dream. Here, you'll find yourself in the middle of a legendary face-off between the Druids of the Emerald Dream and the forces of the Old Gods. They'll be fighting a high-stakes battle over the fate of the World Tree in our first expansion of the year. And things are going to heat up even more when the Druids of the Flame light up the mini-set. Our second expansion is also Hearthstone's first ever sequel. As we go back to
meant to be
Ungoro
Godzilla.
Crater, join Elise on the hunt for a mythical lost Tortolan city.
I love that.
Spoiler alert, keep an eye on that volcano. After uncovering the secrets of the lost city, take part in a grand celebration in the 33.4 mini-set. The party-loving Tortolans are hosting a festival in honor of the mighty dinosaurs of the crater, and we'd hate for you to miss out on all that fun. Closing out the year is our third expansion, where you'll travel with Chromie through alternate realities to recruit legendary Warcraft
It's interesting that
heroes
we've got
like you've
Emerald
never
Dream
seen them
and a
before.
World Tree
This
that
all leads
turns
to
into
an
the
epic
Ungoro
showdown against
crater,
Murazon at the
the
end
volcano,
of time,
which
and you won't believe
is
what
where in
happens
Warcraft
next.
we think
You've seen
that's
just how much we've got in store for you over the next year.
the
Heroes of
other
StarCraft,
World Tree was
revamped Arena,
placed.
and 3 awesome expansions. We're incredibly excited, and we hope you're
You
incredibly
know what I mean.
excited.
I forgot its name.
Thank you so much
Luna
for
here.
being part of
Other
this
one?
incredible journey. 10 years in, and our adventures in the tavern together are only just beginning.
That's good. They seem like decent updates for Hearthstone. Oh my god, that
Blizzard
room
has this
kind of
awesome
looks like
tradition of
the
sharing the journey that each team took to bring their
Warhammer
games
world,
to life.
or part of Warhammer world, where you go around looking at all the figures.
I think this museum is a beautiful way to relive the memories
It
of
is just a
development
museum
and
layout.
share
I
that
suppose that's
passion
pretty
with
cool.
the rest of Blizzard. What's up, everyone? It's been about a year since I stood on the main stage of BlizzCon and we launched Warcraft Rumble together with all of you. And what a year it's been.
It's a fine
All
game.
of us on the team have had so much fun watching you dig into our game and explore
don't
the hero
love it.
collection, the army building, the nail-biting finishes.
It's very cute. I love the art style.
You've beaten over 900 million bosses.
I
and
haven't.
on the matter of Alliance versus Horde, you picked Team Jaina
It's
almost
difficult,
10%
dude.
more.
I'm not
Maybe,
good at
most
strategy games
importantly,
like that.
You've summoned over 1 billion angry chickens. That's 2 billion chicken wings.
Cut.
In just a
Go back
second,
one.
we're
Jeremy, we're trying to shoot Rumble here.
Oh, Rumble? Oh, I know a little bit about that. Scoot the camera. Cool. Awesome. When we started working on Warcraft Rumble, we wanted to make something that harkened back to our strategy roots. Like the first time I booted up Warcraft 2 on my dad's Power Mac 7100 66 AV. I'm stoked to play those new remasters. But we also wanted to do something in our universe that we've
Something
never
about
done.
this direct does
So
feel
we
very
started
Apple
imagining that maybe somewhere in the Hearthstone Tavern
when it
there
comes
was
to
a
the interview
mysterious arcade
sections.
machine that printed miniature versions of the heroes and villains of Azeroth and zapped them to life for you to collect and command. In those kind of early days when we were establishing the art style of Warcraft Rumble, we wanted a sense of tactility. We wanted to be able to pick up
Give me
and
the
touch
toys
the
to
art
buy
that
in
we
real
were
life
creating
and I'll
inside of the
eat them
computer.
up.
So some of us went and printed minis and painted them up like this. And that's kind of really where all this came from. All of these minis were painted by our team. And well, if I'm a little bit biased, but this little guy's my favorite.
What does that say underneath?
Oh, under here? Yeah. Oh, it says Jeremy. But we've done more than paint minis since our game launched. We've added new dungeons and at least one new mini every single season.
Man can dream.
We've
It's
got
gonna
the Dark
happen.
Moon
It's
Fair,
gotta happen.
New zones, and a whole new family for you to experience in the game. We
Make him
added
like
our
the new
first raid,
amiibo of
Molten
Funko
Core,
Pops.
and laid siege to Stormwind. In our latest
Make me buy an
season, we
NFC
even
scanner
bust
for my
down the doors of
PC.
Ironforge.
Give me loot in WoW.
And we ain't stopping there, are we, Vic?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up. Starting right now, if you hop into Rumble, we're running our first anniversary event with some truly excellent loot.
I don't even think I've got it installed
We're
anymore.
celebrating 1 year of Warcraft Rumble, so if you jump in after the stream, you'll be able to snag some super cool rewards, like the very valuable-looking gold kobold, which we affectionately call the Kogold. Okay, have you scanned this thing yet? Great.
We've
I
also been
didn't.
working on
I'm
something
sorry.
really
I
exciting for
failed.
later in the season. There are some characters in Warcraft that don't fit so cleanly into just one of our families. So we're adding split leaders. These leaders belong to 2 families at the same time, which really expands the possibilities of how you build out your armies. And we're not just adding 1 split leader, we're starting with 3. Up first, fighting for the Alliance and Cenarian families, is Malfurion Stormrage. And representing the Horde and Blackrock families, we got Chieftain and former War Chief Orgrim Doomhammer. And finally, leading Undead and Beasts is Anu Barak.
Hell
But
yeah, dude.
before any of these 3 new leaders join the fight, we're going to be reworking one that we released this time last year. Sylvanas Windrunner is finally taking her rightful place among both the Horde and Undead. We've got an awesome season ahead of us and can't wait for you to check it out.
Is she
We'll be
hot
right there
though,
with
really?
you. To our amazing fans, thank you for an incredible first year of Warcraft Rumble and for your unwavering support. Your passion fuels our creativity and truly drives us forward.
Bye.
But there was one more thing we wanted to talk about. Jeremy? Right? There was one more thing we wanted to talk about, right?
Nope. That's all I had. See you later.
Debated. Oh no, devastating. Whatever will he do? Oh, can you play Rumble inside WoW? Oh no, it's just coming to PC. Never mind. PC beta starts December 10th. That's still a while away. Just under a month. At least you can boot it up while WoW is open. That's very cool. I'll probably actually play it a little bit more.
We are so excited that you're here to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with us.
Hell
when the
yeah.
game first came out in 2004,
I was 11.
I remember Facebook had just launched. I'd been in the game industry for a handful of years when I picked up WoW, and
I don't think I started playing until I was about 12.
even
but
when I was running about and exploring on my Night Elf Hunter, I made friends who would group with me and tackle just about anything, including helping me save 40 gold for my first mount. I loved it. I still do, just like many of you. And as most of you know, the game saw absolutely explosive growth in the early years and brought multiplayer gaming to the mainstream. That in turn created countless friendships, camaraderie, and escape for people every day. It still does 20 years later. We dug into our history and discovered that across 2 decades, together, we've accumulated 1 billion days of time played in Azeroth.
Great, dude. I think I'm probably close to 1,000 of those. So many of you have joined us over the years. Some of you have met partners in the world and gotten married. Some of you have even named your kids and pets after characters and locations in the game. Veterans from all over the world. Those who are hearing or visually impaired or have physical challenges. We've welcomed seniors, even whole families playing together with their kids, and so many more who call our world home. No matter who you are, when you come to Azeroth, you can live how you want and be who you want to be. It's a gift for so many, and certainly to us. We feel it every day. One of those special stories is live now on Netflix, in a documentary called I've not watched
The
this yet.
Remarkable Life of Evelyn. Maud Steen, who played a character named Evelyn, lived a life in Azeroth that he couldn't in the real
I know you
world.
can buy the pet. I'll probably
He
do
suffered
that.
from Duchenne muscular dystrophy for most of his life and fought it courageously alongside his incredible family, who I'm proud to have met and fallen in love with. Because of Mott's and his role-play guild called Starlight, his family discovered the power of online game communities and advocate for gaming around the world as a source of joy and companionship. Sadly, Mott's was taken from this world and Azeroth far too soon. Because of Mott's and stories like his, we were inspired to create a charity pet program for Classic and our modern game to support Cure Duchenne,
Hell yeah.
a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving and extending the lives of those affected by Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We want to thank you in advance for giving to this cause that offers support to people just like Mott's. This little cutie is Revan, and he's available until January 6th. He was inspired by the
very cute.
detective agency Mott's created for his busy roleplay life in Azeroth.
I thought
Right
we were going
now,
to get
we have our 20th anniversary
Dragonflight
celebration
Classic
running
then.
in
That
game.
would have been
We've
interesting.
got modernized Tier 2 armor sets,
Got them all,
classic
baby.
time walking,
Done them all,
new
baby.
world bosses,
Killed them all,
trading
baby.
post items, rewards, and more with all that nostalgic flavor. In the War Within expansion that we released a few months ago, we've taken the leap into the first chapter
It's
of
only
the
been
World
a
Soul
few
Saga.
months since the War Within
More
came
coming
out,
on
and
that.
there's been so
And of
much
course,
content.
Classic is
Crazy.
always cooking, but this moment is about you. You're the thundering heart of World of Warcraft and always have been. Stay tuned as we share what we are serving up for you. And thanks
Oh,
for
dude,
making
they are
Azeroth
serving.
a place you call home.
I love Holly's necklace thing that she's got on. That's great.
Hey everyone! Clay and I are so excited to be here today during this anniversary celebration to talk about what's coming up for WoW Classic.
I can't believe that after 20 years, my Orc Warrior is still finding new adventures in Azeroth. Shout out to all my buds on Tacondrius.
Feels like just yesterday I was on my Night Elf Druid, ganking some buddies on the Teneris realm at the Crossroads.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
BM.
Being on the Classic team and getting to help contribute to
Deb's
this
bullying people.
incomparable
Oh my God.
legacy, which has breathed new life into the original Classic experiences, I'm not sure anything compares to it. I love how vocal and passionate our player base is, not only about what parts of WoW's history they want to see come back, but also their passion for things we try and have experimented with.
Speaking of us taking some pretty big swings, in Season of Discovery, we've loved watching you use your new class
I
abilities,
wish I had
take
time
on
to
our
play this.
all-new level-up raids, find secrets, and team up to defeat
It looks like
Ragnaros
it's
and
been
the
so
Therian.
fun.
We're looking forward to the AQ war effort unlocking very, very soon here, which will lead right into the launch of the Encourage raid. This will bring new changes and surprises that we can't wait to bring to you. Fun new mechanics, difficulty changes, new rewards. You know us well enough by now to
Whoa,
know
what was
exactly
that
how we'll mix
bug?
it up as you wager your sanity for ancient Kiraji
It was like a
riches.
void corrupted bug.
Beyond
That
that,
was
for
sick.
Season of Discovery, we have one more phase to come. We previously announced we will progress through all the phases of the original Classic era. So get ready not
Ooh,
only
so
for
it's coming to an
Naxxramas, but
end.
new instance content featuring the Scarlet Crusade, as well as adventures in Deadwind Pass.
They announced
Now
that so
to
long ago.
Cataclysm Classic, where we recently launched the legendary Firelands. You've undertaken difficult challenges.
I haven't
besting
even got past
Ragnaros
level 18 classic.
and his feet, and are hopefully a few steps closer to getting your very own Dragon Wrath staff. We're looking forward to bringing you the final phase of Cataclysm Classic when our Hour of Twilight patch and Dragon Soul raid launch early next year. I know you Classic players out there must be curious where we're going next.
Mop,
Let's
surely.
be honest, you know where we're going next.
Yeah. Of course. Where else? Now, what I will say is I'll level up through Classic to play Mop class. I'll level up through Cataclysm to play Mop Classic, absolutely. I don't care about Cataclysm, unfortunately. Mop's great, though. If I have enough time, I'd love to go back to Mop. I know we've just had it with Remix, so I'm a little bit mopped out, but if this is coming out like mid to late next year, that'll be enough time, I think. Curious to know how LFR does on Cataclysm and Mop. I wonder if there'll be enough players for them to sort of make a lot of groups. I'm sure there will be. There it is, dude. We saw the data mine mount, so they're going to give us those bonuses now.
The Classic team is proud to announce that Mists of Pandaria Classic is coming, and we can't wait to bring it to you next summer. With its legendary class design and incredible raids and dungeons, set amongst a gorgeous environment and backed by an unforgettable soundtrack, we'll be traveling back to experience all that Pandaria has to offer together.
Genuinely one of the great
Mists of
expansions
Pandaria
of WoW.
Classic is super exciting for all of us, as well as Season of Discovery, and we love that we'll continue to be on that journey with you. But we know, we spend some time on the internet, and we've heard some of you out there, you want something fresh.
Which is why we are so pleased to announce that we are bringing you the Classic experience.
World of Warcraft Classic
All new fresh
Squared,
realms
let's
with the WoW
go!
Classic 20th Anniversary Edition. And it's happening soon.
How soon, Clay?
Actually soon.
Today.
These realms will be going
No,
live
not today.
next week on November 21st,
Oh,
but you
goddamn.
won't have to rush to level 60. Classic is all about the journey after all. As we've made a change, and our first raid, Molten Core, won't unlock for a few weeks after launch.
We'll be launching realms of
few
all
weeks is
flavors.
still not a lot of time to
PvP,
get 60.
normal PvE, and for the very first time, hardcore, which will progress through the phases in lockstep with the other two. This means a fresh
Interesting.
start for everyone at the same time.
I guess this is why
together on a
OnlyFans Soda
level playing
Poppins
field with
hardcore
fresh
thing got
economies
delayed.
on very large realms.
If you missed out on jumping into WoW Classic's initial launch in 2019, this is the perfect time to join
There
our
are
community.
too many
These servers
versions
will
of
also
WoW,
launch with some of the
man.
quality
How
of
do
life
people
features
play
that
them
came
all?
later on, like
I
the
guess
Chrono
that's
Boon
not the
displacer to
point.
save your world buffs and the improved PvP honor ranking system. And yes, we're also pleased to announce that these realms will progress to the Burning Crusade
Oh,
Classic.
we're doing it again. Oh, let's do it all again, baby. Oh, I'm so... Do I
Launching
really
these
want to play
servers
Burning
close to
Crusade
the
again?
exact
I
day World of
do. I
Warcraft
do
came out
actually.
20 years
Unironically.
ago, alongside all the work we're doing for Season of Discovery,
Burning Crusade was
Cataclysm Classic,
so
and
much
Mists of
fun.
Pandaria Classic means so much to us. We
God
love this
damn.
game, and we love the community that has made
I don't
Classic
have time
realms
for other
their
games.
home alongside their friends.
From all of us on the Classic team, thank you. This amazing journey is one that's been co-written by you, our incredible community.
Oh, that's cool. We could go back to Wrath. When will that be? Like 2030 or something?
Hi everyone, we're in the middle of such an incredible moment for World of Warcraft. The World Soul Saga kicked off in August.
Ian
with the
looks
launch of
cool
the War
AF
Within,
with the beard,
and
by
we
the
have
way.
been so excited to dive into the expansion alongside all of you. Whether you enjoy raiding, dungeons, delves, PvP, collecting appearances, pets and mounts, role-playing, or exploring the open world,
we hope you found a part of Azeroth that brings you joy. It's humbling to be standing here on the eve of WoW's 20th anniversary. Looking back, 20 years ago, I was fresh out of school and I had just seen enough of the beta to know that I needed to play this game, and then immediately stopped to avoid spoiling the experience for myself. I'd booked a couple days off work for launch and was looking forward to really diving into Azeroth. But little did I know that my server would be offline for the first few days due to overwhelming demand. Shout out to Mal'Ganis. But even less could I imagine how this game would in so many ways
They've named 2 different realms now,
rest of
and
the
both
course
of them have been
my adult life.
Dreadlords.
So, let's talk about what's coming up for World of Warcraft. Starting with what's on the horizon.
Keep that in mind, gang.
We have 1107 Siren Isle, which is currently up on our public test realms.
I did watch the
update will
video
go
for this.
live
I've not
next
dove into
month,
it yet.
And it has something for everyone. On the narrative front, this update includes epilogue quest lines for Dalaran and the Kirin Tor. No spoilers, but this storyline features the mysterious Haranir, who also played a starring role in our expansion release cinematic. We'll also get into the prologue for where we're going next, but more on that in a minute. 1107 also, of course, brings its namesake, the Siren Isle, a new outdoor environment to explore, full of mysteries to uncover, and rewards to help catch up
It looks
your
fun.
alts and
I'm looking
prepare
forward
for
to
the
this.
next War Within season ahead. Plunderstorm is returning, this time with a
It
plunder
sure is.
store to give you more flexibility in earning your
I
rewards
posted this on
instead
Twitter.
of that linear renown track.
You know
Also
I'm going to
making a
play
return will be the
Plunderstorm.
latest iteration of our
I'm going to
Turbulent
hate every
Timeways
second
event
of it.
and a Winter Veil revamp. We can't wait for you all to experience this update next month. As an additional treat, for those of you invested in the story of
Oh,
the
that's
War
cute.
Within, we will be releasing a novella that explains exactly what happened to Jaina and Thrall after they left us. This novella is narrated by
Oh,
none
right,
other
that's
than Chris
cool.
Metzen, and available today.
That's very cool. Is that physical?
So, I know many of you have already seen 1107, but you have to be wondering where the War Within is going to take us after that. Okay, so following Zalatan's
Right,
trail is
okay.
going to lead us to a location that I've been personally excited about since we first settled on the idea of an underground expansion. Undermine, the capital of the Goblins' trade
We knew
empire.
it.
Fittingly,
Oh, we
our
all
name
knew
for
it.
the 11.1 patch is Undermined with a D. Now, this is a city
That's
unlike any
interesting.
city we've seen before in World of Warcraft.
Oh, I'm actually so
standing as a
hyped for this.
testament to the intelligence and creativity of the goblins.
This is
as
cool.
masters of technology and
This
alchemy.
makes a lot
And as
more
our
sense
adventures
why we got the
continue,
Mythic
we will
Plus
learn
mount
more
as
about
a
goblin culture
giant
than
mech
ever
suit, because
before.
you know it's going to be a
What's
recolor
important
or
to
a
them,
redesigned
what
mech
problems
suit
they're
for
trying
Mythic
to
Plus
solve,
Season 2.
what they're capable of as a society.
Oh, they
Everything
look
that
sick.
makes them truly unique, beyond the humor and the explosions. Though, just to be clear, there's going to be a whole lot of explosions. You'll arrive at an Undermine that's plunged into conflict between the 4 major goblin cartels: Steamweedle, Blackwater, Bilgewater, and of course, the Venture Company.
You like pick which one to side with.
You'll align yourself with a group of your choice and run into notorious goblins like Monty Gazlo, Renzik
So
the
I don't know
Shiv,
if they announced the
Baron
Season 2
Revelgaz,
Mythic Plus
Marin
dungeons, but you know
Noggenfogger,
that
and
the
more.
BFA one
Now, if you're going to be in
on
cahoots with the
Kazan
Goblin Cartel,
is going to be in there.
you can't be seen
Surely.
rolling around in anything less than a truly blinged out ride. So early on, you'll earn a
You
vehicle
can
designed
drift!
just for Undermine to push the boundaries of locomotion within World of Warcraft. Undermine was built for speed, with roads designed for driving, which is just as well, because this car travels much, much faster than your regular ground mounts. You can also
Are
further
they-
adjust your car's
Are they
driving
trying out
characteristics.
dynamic
Do you prefer
ground
drift, or do you
mount
want to drift
speed?
more? Do you want more acceleration?
Oh,
even if
please
it's
tell me
gonna
yes.
come at the
We're getting
expense of
Need
your
for
top
Speed in World of
That's up to you.
Warcraft.
You can try it all and rule the streets of Undermine, living your life 440 yards at a time.
I can't wait to.
We'll also
If you
be adding
if you
a new
enable
dungeon,
war mode, can you just
Undermine,
mow
Operation
people down at
Floodgate,
like 90
which
miles
is a
an
race
hour?
to stop a group of goblins from blowing a dam that would bring ruin to the Ringing Deeps. This dungeon will also be immediately available as part of our new Season 2 dungeon pool on Heroic, Mythic, and Mythic Plus difficulties, alongside the 4 other launch dungeons and 3 returning legacy dungeons.
Yeah.
Now, we'll have many more details in the weeks ahead, but I can tell you that one of those legacy dungeons,
BFA one.
naturally, in light of our goblin theme
It's the
here,
BFA
is
one.
the
We all knew this.
Motherlode
Yeah, the
from
Motherlode.
Battle
I
for
forgot the name
Azeroth.
of it. Of course it was going to
Continuing
be
to build
this.
upon one of our favorite parts of the War Within, this new zone brings with it 2 new delves for you to explore, and we're creating
2
new
delves, that's
variations
interesting.
on the existing delves.
Oh,
we're also
that's even
introducing
better.
seasonal updates to Bran Bronzebeard, a new adversary to follow Zek'Vir, and a new set of goblin-inspired curios for Bran. Of course, a new season also means a new raid zone. We have an 8-boss raid called The Liberation of Undermine.
Mechagodzilla and Mecha
Which takes
Kong.
you through the streets of the city and into the magnificent Galagio, brimming with color and extravagance that also
looks
hides
so
the dark
good.
secrets of its owner, the one and only Gallywix.
Of course
And for the
it
arena
is.
PvPers out there, we're also introducing a new arena map set right
Wow.
amidst the city.
That's
Now,
pretty
some of
hype.
you may be wondering how Xalatath fits into all of this, and how goblin politics relate to the fate of our world soul. But rest assured, Undermine plays a vital role as a continuation, a next chapter in the many stories that are unfolding in the War Within. We will have a lot more to share on that front in the months ahead.
Okay.
And that is just the beginning of what we have planned for the next year. Now, as you can see, 2025 is going to be an incredible
Midnight
year for both
expansion
modern and
reveal in
classic WoW
summer.
players.
That's interesting. Okay. So we've got to wait a little bit.
As the World Soul Saga continues to unfold, we are reflecting on these past 20 years with immense gratitude as we lay the foundations upon which to build the next 20. On behalf of the entire World of Warcraft team, thank you so much for being the heart of the history of Azeroth. Whether you've just joined our community, been with us for the last 2 decades, or somewhere in between, thank you for making Azeroth your home. And speaking of home, the team does have
Player
one
housing, let's
more
go.
thing to share with you.
Got the dated tier 2 warrior. That's pretty cool. Actually player housing? Are we getting player housing in
Thank you
Midnight?
for joining us today and for being with us for the past 3 decades. The Warcraft universe is a living, breathing world that's been experienced by over
That's
250 million players around the
That's a
globe.
bold thing to
That's
tease.
millions of stories of adventure,
Holy
laughter,
hell.
and true connection. And as the years have passed and our communities have grown and evolved,
I
the
was
statue
joking when I
behind
said
us
player
reminds
housing,
us
but
all how important
good
Warcraft is
God.
and continues to be. It serves as a reminder of our shared passion for building Azeroth together. And it's you who truly bring Warcraft to life, our players, and the
So
communities
this is
you
pretty
are a part
sizzle,
of.
really. I'll talk about
Thank
it
you for being
very
the
quickly.
lifeblood of this world.
I don't
that means so
think
much to all of us.
if we're getting player housing
$30
in
years of
Midnight,
history is
I
the
don't
perfect
think
foundation upon which we will
that
build
World
for
of
the bright
Warcraft is
future
going to
ahead.
end
And we
after
can't
the
wait
World
to
Soul
walk that
Saga.
road
They're not going
alongside
to
you.
revamp it. They're not going to do it in
And
Unreal
before we
Engine
go,
or
we
like
wanna share
start
something
fresh. I don't
very
think that's
special.
happening.
This September,
like it
190
to,
performers
but
took to the stage
I don't think
to
we're going
celebrate
that
20
direction,
years
man.
of World of Warcraft with a series of concerts in Switzerland. Prepare to dive back
They're
into the history of World
pretty.
of Warcraft
They're
through
doing
its
pretty well
incredible
with
soundtrack
adding
performed
evergreen
live.
content now, and
And
I
whether
think
this
player
music
housing
evokes
is probably going to
cherished
be
memories,
part
or
of
you're
that.
hearing some of these pieces for the 1st
They're not going to
time,
have it for
we
two
hope you
smaller
enjoy the
expansions
performance.
and then get rid. That seems
Here's
silly.
to the next 30 years.
Look at a dog. Hell yeah. That's cool. Is that the whole thing? Like a sweet little 40 minute direct? Nice. Oh, are they hitting us with the, oh, and one more thing? Oh, of course they are. It's adult peekaboo. Or is this the orchestra? It is. As much as I do want to watch this, I'm not going to stream this. It feels a bit weird doing that and just sitting listening to music. Seems like, are they starting off with Karazhan music or they've just got that as a backdrop? That's funny. I wish I could have gone to this so badly. Oh, that's nice though. Not... I mean, the Warcraft reveals were huge. Warcraft Direct. What a stupid thing for me to say. Seems like everything's getting a good update. I'm going to turn this down a bit more. Everything seems to be getting a really good update. Warcraft the RTS games, 1 and 2, probably one of the bigger announcements. But, yeah, Midnight. Player housing. Undermine. Gallywix. Obviously, we've got the thing with, didn't Gallywix's staff have Azerite in the top of it? So I'm sure we'll learn a bit more about how Azerite and how all that sort of plays into the War Within as well. We'll learn more. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of things that we can already know, but we'll see how that goes. That's the Warcraft Direct. That was very cool. I'm looking forward to a lot of those things, and I'm surprised they've not mentioned more about Midnight and Beyond. But at the same time, I get it. But I'm also surprised that they've not mentioned anything beyond Undermine as well. They've not teased anything after that. So I'm wondering... I feel like if we're getting the Midnight expansion reveal in the summer, I'm wondering if that's when they'll announce what's coming after Undermine. We'll probably already know by data mining by then. Maybe they'll give like a release date for Season 3 of War Within. It's interesting though. Very interesting. We'll see where we go. But yeah, that seems pretty good for now. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to a lot of those things. We got a lot of content coming up. A lot of things to play. But let me know what you thought down below. What are you most looking forward to? And as always, if you've liked the video, give it a like. Give the channel a subscribe. I appreciate it very much. It does help out a tremendous amount. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely day. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now. Bye, 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 bye.